Hello again, YouTubers. This is of course, going to be my review of the second episode of Dusk Maiden of Amnesia. Now, before I get in the episode, there's a couple things I want to say. First off, while watching this anime, I've heard rumors about another anime. That sentence may sound confusing, so let me clarify that the other anime I'm talking about, the title is actually another. That's the actual title, so dispel any confusion there. Animes are somewhat similar, but so far they're also completely different. They both seem to involve ghosts. I'm not that sure about another yet because I haven't really gotten that far into it. And they both take a little while to get started up, but both seem to be fairly good when they do start up. But this isn't a review of another. This is a review about Dusk Maiden. I just want to get that point across. Another thing is, one of the biggest complaints I've heard about Dusk Maiden is that it's perverted with all the, the little bits of ecchi and fan service in there. And all I have to say to that is, if you don't like a certain show, that's fine. But I think that's one of the stupidest reasons. Like, people that say that, is this your first anime you have ever watched? Because this is tame compared to a lot of the stuff out there. I mean, even in something like Pokemon, in a kid's show, Brock's always crazy over the girls, and that's a little weird at times. And one of the games, I believe it was Red or Blue, maybe both of them. Don't quote me on that because I can't be 100% sure. But there's a peeping Tom looking in the windows of, I believe, the second gym. Anyway, now let's just jump into the actual review of the anime. This one goes back in time, and it starts off with Teichi going to the school. And he starts talking about this rumor about this mirror that supposedly you stand in front of and something happens, don't turn around. That's all it gives you at this point. So he eventually stumbles upon the mirror, and he hears his name being called out, and Yuko shows up. Now remember, this is in the past, so what's happening here is actually they're meeting for the first time, so right now he has no idea that she's the ghost. He's heard the stories, yada yada yada. So they're walking down the hall, and I really love this part. And this is why Yuko is starting to become one of my favorite characters. I love her humor. Now, I know there's some people that aren't liking the show so far, but that's their opinion. This is my opinion, and I really like it. She's walking down and they're talking about stuff, and Teichi's like, well, the way you talk, it makes you seem like you're always here. And she's like, yeah, I'm always here, because I'm the ghost. Yep, I'm the ghost. Once more, I'm the ghost. And she's not saying it and waving her arms around, woo, or something silly like that. It's just, oh, hey, guess what? I'm the ghost. I mean, like if you were walking down the road with a new girl you just met, and she was like, so today, I went outside, I enjoyed the sunset, I picked some flowers. Oh, by the way, I'm a ghost. That's right, I'm a ghost. Of course, she would turn out to really be a ghost. So that's how they meet. I really liked how they did that. And so they hang out for a little bit, and then they're in the room for the paranormal club. And this is when you meet Okanogi. And she runs in, and of course it's the first time they meet, so they don't know each other yet. And there's a little bit of ecchi in this, going back to something I forgot to mention when I actually like when Yuko first reveals that she's a ghost. Teichi's like, well, maybe if I can't touch her, then she's a ghost. So he reaches out just as she happens to turn around. So of course he grabs her breast, and he starts freaking out like, oh my God, no, I'm sorry. If you were a ghost, I didn't think I'd be able to touch you. And I like this point that she makes. She says that just because he can't touch her doesn't mean she's not a ghost. And I really like how they're doing that. They're getting away from the cliche, you walk up to a ghost, you paw through her and you can't even feel the ghost. And I like how they're doing that. And another thing is, she says she has something to show him. So they go back to the mirror room, and she undresses, and he freaks out, of course, And he's like, well, couldn't you just change your appearance? And she says that she really can't do anything that he can't do. And I really like that. I like how they're putting somewhat restrictions on the ghost. She can't walk through walls so far. She can't do all this ridiculous stuff. And, I personally like that. Maybe not everybody else does, but that's something I like. So, they're in the room, and Okanogi comes in, and she says that she's afraid because she was playing this hide-and-seek game. And I've always loved these little tales, these spooky tales of rituals and stuff. Like, if you've ever played the game Corpse Party, I really love that game. But anyway, supposedly this hide-and-seek, take the name of a ghost, which in this case is, of course, Yuko, and you put it to like a doll or a bear or something. In this case, they use the bear, and you count to 10. And when you find the bear, you stab it. And then you go hide yourself. And supposedly someone's supposed to come looking for you. And the only way you can end the game is to tell the doll that it's over. So her doll goes missing. So she's freaking out, and she's afraid that she's cursed and all this. So Yuko ends up telling Teichi, that's not true. And that it's just auto-suggestion. However, that suggestions can mess with your mind, and you're so scared if you believe it that you start thinking something's coming after you. And that's alright. I don't really like what she said next, that suggestions can be really powerful, so they go and attempt to rescue and save Okanogi, even though she's in no real danger except for her own mind. So it's made aware that the reason that Okanogi can't see Yuko is she's not really aware of her. She kind of knows she's there, but I really think it's a lot of her ditziness that she really can't see her. So you see this, they're going to save her, and you see this big monster come storming through the school, and they run from it, and you find out it's just Yuko, really, in a white kimono, just playing around and being kind of silly. But since Okanogi sees what she wants to see and believes what she wants to believe, she sees the big monster. So Teichi dispels her by, well, not really dispels her, but, puts on a show, and it's kind of cheesy and over the top, but it's, in a way, it's making fun of that satire, because he takes a talisman, and he's like, I'll handle this, or something like that. He throws it at her, and he's like, be gone! Of course, she disappears, and Okanogi can't see her anymore. And there's one more thing I forgot to mention, but hey, I'm trying to get these reviews done pretty quickly, because I need to catch up. The mirror in the room earlier, Teichi finally breaks it and goes down there and finds Yuko's body, and it's just her bones, and she freaks out. This dark aura starts building up around her, and she's like, it's just so. Calms down. Embarrassing. And she explains that she really didn't mind him seeing her naked, because it's not really her body, it's her spiritual body or whatever. And I thought that was a pretty neat point. But actually seeing her bones, her decaying bones, freaks her out, because she believes that's the ultimate form of nakedness. And I can agree with that too. So, this is going to be a much shorter review, thank God. I just want to get it over with, because I'm not going to say too much, but I love the third episode. It's really starts getting good. So I'm going to really take the next few days trying to focus on that one and get a really good review done with that one. So, that's it for now. Stay fresh.